Yeah, hi. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, FlatTrade team, for giving us the opportunity today to present Stoxxo. Now, Stoxxo is actually a Windows-based application, which is a bridge, a trading bridge, which is designed to cater to every type of trader, whether you are manual trader, whether you are a multi-leg options trader, whether you are an exhaustive big bulk trader with the options, or you're trading from TradingView, MT4, Ninja. I mean, whatever your poison is, Stoxxo is gonna support you with every possible vertical. Now, the first thing when it comes to the Stoxxo is that you will have to go to the site algobaba.com, and you can go and click on download trial. The moment you do that, you will get a setup like this. Okay. Now, all you have to do is run the setup, which is just like you would do in ordinarily with any Windows-based application, and you will get an icon like this on your desktop. Now, when you have it installed, oh, just 1 second, let me check. I think I shared. Okay. Yeah, is it clear? Is it visible? Okay, fine. So let's begin. Now, as we started up, the first thing would be to going to algobaba.com website, and you will have to go and click on download trial. So this way you will get a setup. Ordinarily, that's how the setup comes in for any application. Now, once you have the setup running, you will get an icon on your system with the Stoxxo logo. Okay. Now, this is the setup file. All you have to do is go and click on create account. You will enter your user ID. Now, not necessarily it is a FlatTrade ID. It is your own discretionary choice. You can have any user ID just like you would have in email. You would enter your name, email, mobile number is really important because OTP travels there. You get a fully 12-day functional trial, okay, with an access to 2 simultaneous accounts of FlatTrade which you can use, and you can trade live, or else you can use the live trade simulator. The purpose of keeping this session during the live market is to give you a better experience and better understanding that how does simulator help you apart from the live trading, to benefit out of your strategies, or to look at or to assess the risk factors involved easily during the live market. So that was the primary objective that we were compelled to do this webinar during the market hours, because we wanted you to experience this. Okay. So you will enter user ID, email, mobile, password, broker in the broker section. You will write up FlatTrade. Okay. And once you have keyed in everything, you will just go and click on register. Now a OTP window will open up. Okay. Now, the moment you have the OTPs on your cell phones, you will just enter key in that and you will be good to go. You will have your ID and password, and all you have to do is go and click on sign in. Okay. Just 1 second, guys. I'm just showing there was some breakage with the screen. Yep. Okay. So now we are back again with the screen. Yeah. Okay. So now the first step immediately when you're at Stockso, you will find this beautiful interface which has a lot of fields. Now these fields, not necessarily all the fields are important, because understand Stockso is one application that supports several verticals. Let's say, for example, you are a manual trader. You want to trade through charting, like, there is a screening system. Or let's say you want to trade through by drawing up a line over a TradingView or AMI broker or MT4, anything. Okay. So Stoxxo supports all of this, or be it Excel or be it Python. Stoxxo will support everything at the same time. So that is why the field would be there. But we will be covering primarily the multi-leg options module. But first thing is, immediately when you will come at the Stoxxo interface, you will find this user alias as sim, user ID as sim, and broker as simulated. What you have to do is just click below here. Okay. If you have your second accounts, you can same way enter the credentials. Okay. So let me show you exactly what you have to do is, the moment you are here, now you may have the API key or you may not have the API key or API secret. but you would be having your account credentials like user ID. In the broker, you will scroll down and you will select the FlatTrade, okay, and you will click on API key, API secret, password, and then you will enter the PIN. Now, whatever you gonna be doing when you have to create the API key, the first step is to go and click on this help button, okay. Now, for your easy access, the moment you click on help button, all you have to do is just do Control F and search the FlatTrade bar, okay, and this is how you will get access to this document, okay. So what you have to do is you have to log into this world.flattrade.in. Now, when you are here, you just have to go to the pie area, okay, what is written here, the pie tab. The moment you click that, a window like this would open up. You may not have this below details which says app name Stockso, because I've created it for your demo purpose. So you will go to create new API key. You will enter the name as Stockso, okay. For example, Stockso, and let's say even the short name is Stockso. Redirect URL. Now again, in the help document, if you'll see, we have given you the redirect URL. All you have to do is copy this, okay, and you have to paste this here, okay, and in the description you would write whatever you want to write, okay, and you will go and I read and agree, and you will click on create. That's it, okay. So these type of field would appear. So all you have to do is copy this API key, okay. You will enter user alias, can be anything. Now user alias can be Rachit, user alias can be FlatTrade, whatever I want to call it, I can put it across, okay. Let's say FT1. User ID would be your FlatTrade ID. In the broker, you will select the FlatTrade. You will enter the API key as I showed you on the wall.flattrade, and for the secret key, you will click on this I and it will show you the API secret key, okay. So all you have to do is copy that and you will paste it here, okay. You will enter your password here, okay, the way you would do on the web FlatTrade, and the PIN. Now PIN could be your birthday, DDMMYYYY, or else it would be PAN number. We advise you to use the PAN number. That's more simple and more easy, because with the date format, probably you might do a mistake or something. So PAN number is advisable in the PIN area, okay, and you will just click on enter. Let's say if you have your own second account or your own spouse's account, okay, which you're managing, or you want to fire trades in your account, you will just come here, click that. During the trial period, you are allowed to fire or execute trades into 2 simultaneous accounts of FlatTrade at the same time. So after that, commercial charges apply. So now, if you can see, the moment I click below, another field open up, I will just go and enter whatever I want to enter, you know, whatever the ID, and the same way I would follow the steps. And that's it. We are ready, guys. You know, we just have to ensure that this too is enabled. This is the first primary step to begin with the Stockso. The moment you click on verify API login, see how beautifully we are logged into the system. Okay. Now my FlatTrade account is logged in. My simulator is also logged in. There are various fields available if it is not required for you. Okay, every field has its own explanation. Okay, you may read that, but rest by default the settings are ready. You don't have to do anything. You are good to go and start immediately in less than 1 minute. Okay, once you have created the API keys. So you can see that we have logged into the account. We can see our available margins on the accounts. Okay, and I will have to go on trading mode. I can select live or live with confirmation. Now the difference is, live is something that when I'm firing up a order like from TradingView or manually, or let's say from the multi-leg options module, it will not ask me again, okay, a confirmation to fire the trade. But if you want a double confirmation, you can select live with confirmation. So what would happen is that at every signal or at every performance or at every action, it will keep on giving you a small pop-up, okay. To secondary protocol, we say it. Okay, so I will select live, I'll click on start trading, and that's it. We are good. Now after that, the step would be that I will go to the strategies tag. This is the strategies tag. This is the area. Now if you see that user account, we have logged in 2 accounts. Okay, one is simulator and one is FT1. So you don't have to disable this, and you know, by thinking that what if, you know, I'm here to test it on simulator, but my order is fired into live account. You don't have to worry about that. Now on the strategies tab, you will find something like default. You can create n number of tags. You can group the users, and you know, that's how. So tags are all customized. I will just remove it, the below one. Okay. which I've created, but this is how it will appear to you. All you have to do is in the user account. Now, this is the area. When you click that, you will get 2 tick boxes. Please understand this. This is the area that allows you to select in which account the order has to be executed. Right now, if you can see that I have set it on SIM. If I want an order to be executed on FlatTrade account, I will just go and click on this and I will say apply. Okay. So you just need to understand that this is the area that controls, and that's it, guys. We are ready to go. Okay. We can see the PNL moving because there was a strategy fired up which is been running. Okay, so there are TradingView signals coming up of my strategies. We have released some beautiful samples for you, some beautiful TradingView strategy sample, I can say, which you can use, like, you know, Super Trend, Bollinger. Those are all generic global adopted strategies widely used, and that's how you can explore that using several multi-leg strategies, Super Trend, VWAP, EMA, a lot of things. So there are videos available on our YouTube channel for the same. Now, since this market these days is purely about options trading, you know, market is attracted towards multi-leg options module, and that's what Stockso is known for, because Stockso specializes when it comes to execution. We stand as the fastest. Now, most important thing, unlike any other web-based system, first point is that Stockso fires in milliseconds. The execution speed of Stockso is way beyond when compared to any other system, which is very essential when it comes to options. Second thing, your trade data security is not compromised because we guarantee you 100% trade signal security, unlike any other platform who cannot guarantee you this. Okay, because eventually your trade data is compromised on third-party servers, which is not the case with the Algobaba Stoxxo. Okay, so everything remains within your system, within your PC, locally. Okay, nothing travels outside to third-party servers. So between your PC and the FlatTrade APIs, there is no routing happening. So that is the Stoxxo guarantee, and we are the only ones in the market probably who say this. Okay, so that leaves us a company with no competitors into the market. Okay, so now we will, first thing, after we have said this, we can even define maximum profit, maximum loss. We can do profit logging. I'll come to this part. Now we are good to go. Now, the first thing is going to the multi-leg strategy, because that's what the attractive point is primarily. And then we'll come to the other areas also, that charting, manual trading, everything. Now, when you are at the multi-leg page. Now, this particular module has basically killed the need of all the Python complex coding. People used to pay 1.5 to 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs just for firing up a basic time-based straddles. Okay, so that is all ended here with this module. Okay, now I will go and click on add portfolio. Okay, now for example, there are several fields that would open up. So let's say this is Nifty. You can fire up stock options as well. You can fire up Bank Nifty, whatever you want. You just have to select the stocks. You can select the expiry in which you want to play around. Okay. It is sharing. It is already in sharing mode. Visible, huh? Yeah, because I'm getting it. Even previously I was getting it. You want me to cancel and share it again? I'll do that. Just one second. I've closed it now. I'm once again sharing it, but it's already showing me the Google Meet that my screen is shared. That's surprising, because is it visible now? Okay. But anyways, no problem. So we will go back again. But anyways, this session is recorded, so you're safeguarded. We'll upload it and give you the links as well. So everything would be visible in case you have missed out. So we'll come to the multi-leg module and we will go and click on add portfolio. Now guys, as I was telling you, this has basically killed, eradicated the need of all the complex coding which was required. This module, as I speak right now, you know, it is handled by a heavy options trader child who's like about 15 years old. Even she can handle Stoxxo, and she has been doing it past 3 to 4 months. And when we talk about the higher side of the age, if you know the basic computer handling, it is so simple that even if you're 80 years old, you can handle the Stoxxo. That is how beautiful Stoxxo has been designed. So whatever your need is, whatever your requirement is, Stoxxo is there to back you up. Now, we will go ahead with the Bank Nifty, for example, right now. The only purpose of keeping this session live was to show you how beautiful the execution is, because after the market closes, then it is not possible for us to show you the execution part. So now, if you can see here, I will just go and pick on short straddle. Let's say, for example, I have picked up 10 legs. Okay. Now this is very simple. I'm keeping up one simple portfolio. Okay. Let's say I'm saying about start time. You can see the execution mode. Now a lot of people may have that, the strikes are coming as ATM. This is for your immediate convenience. We have given this. But let's say you want to play around with the numeric values. Do you see the stop box, the relative, normal and both? If you select normal, we will change the strike to numerical values. If you change to both, you will get an option of both the choices like ATM as well as the numeric values. So that entirely depends upon whatever you like. You can definitely select how do you want it to calculate, like on spot, on futures. How do you want it? What would be the price calculation basis? Whether it would be LTP, whether it would be bid and ask, or whether it would be bid and ask average. If you can see that the moment I take my mouse to that field, some black window opens up. That is called the tooltip. Now this is quite a beautiful thing that has been incorporated into the Stoxxo. Is the tooltip tells you about every particular field that it is supposed to be handling. Okay. Or what action it is going to perform. So you can read the difference. What is LTP? What is bid and ask? What is bid? And plus, if you want to read in deeper details, do you see this blue button help? The moment you click on that, a document will open up with every detailed explanation. Okay. So whatever your topic of query is, you can just go and read about the same. So in the Stoxxo, we have tried to, cover up every possible hindrance that a user may have. And may find it at times, he needs readable access to the document. So we have provided you document to everything. Now, let's say you're firing up a straddle. I'm just firing up a plain time-based straddle. Okay. For example, now, let's say I'm just pulling up 10 lots for now. If I have to move SL to cost, I can do that. Like if one leg SL is it, and you move the stop loss to the cost, definitely. If you want to make a positional portfolio, the moment I click that, the color would change. And now I'm getting opportunity, like today is what, Friday, until the next expiry, which would be like 1st September. Until the next expiry, I want this portfolio to run. I can do that as well. I can manage my multiple positional portfolios. Unlike any other system which would charge you a bomb like 2,000, 1,500, 3,000, for example, and would give you eventually that, you can fire this much of portfolio. After that, if you want to fire up a portfolio, you have to pay this much. We really don't have that stupid plans, It is simple pricing, simple, clear Stoxxo, okay? One plan, one price, and you can fire unlimited portfolios. As we speak, we have clients firing up 1,000 to 1,200 portfolios right from the Stoxxo itself. Okay, so you have no restrictions implied. You can create as many strategies as you want to, and you can easily play around. Okay, if you want to play in the far strikes, you can just tick on that and allow far strike is something that goes up to 18,400. Okay, if you don't tick that, it would remain up to 2,000 as the standard. Okay. You can define target SL entry per lot basis. This comes in handy when you're playing around with the combined premium, when you're playing around with the combined premium basis or on the premium basis. So this will calculate on per lot basis. Okay. So this is needed when you're trading with more than one quantity. You can keep this ticked if it is the requirement. Now, for example, I've just kept it very simple here. I'm just firing a time-based straddle, like I have to fire it at 9:20. Or let's say I have to fire it at 14:22. Okay. I want to fire it every day. Okay. I will just name it FT1. Okay. And I will just save it. Now in the morning, all I have to do is come here and click enable on this. That's it. If you don't want to enable one by one, you have a choice to enable all portfolios here under the options portfolio. Okay. Plus you can even define a time frame. Once you have started the stock, so you can define the time frame of 9:10, 9:11, 9:12. It will auto activate all your portfolios, because there are many users who may be using a virtual private servers and may be intending to keep their strategy, because the advantage of the strategy is, now see, the moment the clock has struck, it has reached 1422. Okay, now this is the PNL, guys, which you can see we are at negative 37.50. Now, is this the all the information that we get? Like we can see delta, we can see theta, we can see vega of this portfolio, but is it just the information? Now I can click on the plus icon and I get a beautiful detail of every possible thing that I wish to see with these stocks. So if you can see that per LTP basis, like, you know, if every strike I'm able to see my entry price, I'm able to see my max PNL, CPNL, you know, maximum PNL time that it is mapped, like at 58 rupees, 1422.20 seconds. So that is how beautiful the information is provided with these stocks. So unlike any other system which may not give you so deeper details, so beautiful interface to handle. Now, for example, as you can see that, you know, there are very small logics implied here, but they are very practical to use. Like, for example, if you can see the C, which is at 165 PNL right now, let's say suddenly I feel like that, you know, I'm going in good, I want to increase 20 lots into that one click, and see, beautifully it has fired. So my quantity is straight away gone to 21, and suddenly I feel like that the P is going negative. Chalo, I need to increase 10 lots more to it. One click and it has gone. So that is how practically Stockso has been designed. If you want to add up quantities to your overall portfolio, you can do that. If you want to add legs to your running portfolio, you can do that. Now, for example, let's say I'm, guys, at negative 933 right now. Okay, I've not given any target and stop loss to any of my leg. I'll go and click on edit, for example. Now, suddenly to a running portfolio, I'm saying, to a running portfolio, I feel like that, you know, no, I want to put 20% of stop loss on the premium. You can put stop loss on premium, underlying strike, absolute premium, delta, theta, several bases. But right now I'm picking up 20%. If I put it in without the percentage, it will take it in points. So you have a choice to do that. One click, I've selected that, and now see, beautifully my stop loss has come. Do you see 467 and 423? So that's how beautiful it is. If to a running portfolio, I feel like that, you know, I should add 2 more legs. Now, the beauty is, I'm going to tick this beautiful box. I'm covering up 2 logics here. I'm clicking this box. Okay. And if you see that, now the grids have changed. Now it is not giving me ATM or any values the moment I click this box, because that's where the beauty is. Now, for example, now I'm again going into a basis and a demand, which is about the premium basis. Let's say I have premium, wherein I can define that you get me a premium between 100 to 150 strikes. Okay, whether depth, you can define max is up to 30. So from ATM price, it will go 30 upside or 30 strikes downside to get you that price range. Okay, if it is not there, it will not execute. Now you have a choice of going ITM, OTM, or going both the sides. So it will go towards both the ends and try to find out. But there's another beautiful thing. Let's say this is the nearest premium. So there are 2 options. One is with the range. So for example, I'm saying that find me something which is in the range of, let's say 150. Okay. Go both the sides again for the second leg. Now, guys, this is a running portfolio. Okay. I'm adding it like 150 and depth 30. Okay, now this is a running portfolio wherein I'm commanding it to fire about 40 lots of each. Okay, and find me and quickly execute. The moment I click on save, it will go and find me the strikes. You can just see the speed of Stockso, that how beautifully, I mean, in the meantime, you can just look, not even find in the option chain by the time we are done with the execution. Okay, so you can see that it has automatically pulled up the strikes below the 150, and I have easily, you know, pulled in just in flick of seconds. Now suddenly I feel like that this strike is fairly doing well, and I wish to increase more lots. One click, and suddenly I feel like, you know, that this strike is not doing well, and I wish to exit let's say about 20% of the quantity. One click and I'm out of it. So, you know, it's very versatile, it's very robust execution platform. Stockso is proudly associated with almost all the top brokers of the country, but the beautiful advantage that we see with the FlatTrade team and the FlatTrade APIs as Algobaba Stoxxo, we tell you that since you are already a user with the free brokerage plan, with the Stockso's execution power and options with no restrictions implied, with the robust APIs that FlatTrade has, I don't think so. You can get a better deal into the country. I don't see anything, better than this. When we talk about execution platform is one aspect, but the platform carrier are the APIs provided by the brokers. Now, FlatTrade, again, in spite of being a free brokerage, is offering you beautiful APIs too, so you can enjoy the experience of the stock. So now just right in front of you, we are at the PNL. But I have one question to you all, okay? You don't need to necessarily answer this, but all of this is looking so realistic. Everything is just going live. I've put in, if I wish to square off any of the one leg, I can do that. If I wish to square off any of my strategy. Now, when I've created the strategy, I wish to see what is my risk, what is my loss. I can go and click on this horse icon and it will show me the payoff chart as well. You see this? Whatever I've created, I can easily assess my rig. This is day 0. On day 1, this would be my profit. Day 2, this would be, if the price moves towards this 40,000, that would be my loss if the price comes in to this level. So if you can see, even a straddle has a range of risk assessment. So you get to see your delta, theta, vega, probability of profit, VIX, everything is visible right here. Now, this is one aspect. Suddenly you feel like that, in 4 legs, you can have up to 8 legs into any portfolio. Like for your convenience, I'm adding 2 more legs here. Okay. Now, first we added up 2 legs of ATM. Then we clicked on this box and we picked up premium. Now, to the delta lovers, I'm selecting nearest delta. Okay. 0.5 delta is for your ATM strikes. So for example, I'm selecting 0.3. For the CE, it would be always positive. And for the PE, it would be negative. So negative 0.2 I'm entering and I'm defining the depth as 10. So I've changed the delta 0.3 and 0.2. Now the moment I click on save portfolio, you will find that we have, by the time it is saving, and guys, we are already done with the execution. That is what Stockso is known for. Okay. When we say that we are very robust when it comes to execution, that's what we meant. Like one click. So it's more about a practical design that we looked at, and Stockso is being widely used by several professional option traders. And not just this, I will be showing you the avenues as well that you can play around, but we'll have to be real quick. Now, if you can see, that is why I've covered up. Now, this 2 legs are on the basis of your premium, 2 legs are on the basis of ATM, and 2 legs are fired up on the basis of delta. Now, look at the beauty. I've clubbed in portfolios to that level. Now, if you can see, this is the PNL moving up. Okay. If I wish to edit more, or let's say if I want to put across a stop loss of let's say about $2,000, I can do that. I can put combined losses. I can play around. I'll be coming to that part as well. Now, for example, let's say I've added combined profit of 3,000 rupees and 2,000 rupees of loss. See, it has squared off the portfolio at 35.20 because we were already at that price and the moment I've keyed in. So that is how simple it is to trade around with these stocks. So now moving on further, I'll create another portfolio on the basis of, let's say I'm picking up short straddle. This is the value of negative 266.70, which you can see. Now, in the execution mode, previously you saw that we selected the start time basis. Now we have several options, like whether on combined premium whether I want an underlying level. Underlying level is like right now Nifty is at 17,589. So I want it to be executed when Nifty reaches 7,600. Okay. So then only this straddle should be executed. You can define that. Now the option that I'm about to show is combined premium crossover. Now let's say I want to enter this straddle only when it reaches to 270. Okay. So I'm naming it CMB1. I've selected the days, whether I want it today, tomorrow, or when. Now, again, for the stop loss and target, I want to be like on a combined. So I'll select the absolute combined premium and stop loss would become negative 280, for example. And my target, I'm putting it across. So I'll select absolute combined premium and negative 250. Now you can just keep a watch that how quickly I've created the portfolio and how quickly I've just executed it. Now it says monitoring because it is waiting for the combined premium to arrive. So that is how simple it is to create multiple endless strategies with Stockso. Now, coming to the another aspect. There are a lot of users who doesn't just want to end, who want to keep on re-executing, keep on re-entering, a straddle. So I'm creating a buy portfolio. Let's say I'm creating about for Bank Nifty. Okay. And I'm selecting the, let's say, I'm selecting the ATM strikes once again. Okay. This time I'm buying. So I've changed it. Now, at the same time, I even want to add one more leg. Now, this time the leg would be of a future. So you can easily create a hedging strategy with the future with the option. All you have to do is click boxes and create that. Okay. So now coming to that part, I've right now removed that future just to show you guys. Now let's say on stop loss of 10%, on stop loss of 10%, on target of 10%, another target of 10%. Now what do you want to do? On target, either you have several options. Do you see this? So right now I'm saying that I want to keep re-executing the leg or re-entry. So I'm selecting re-execute. On stop loss as well, I'm defining re-execute. Like there are several options which you can read about it. Practically, it is not possible to cover all the fields in one go. So you can read about that. You can experience that. Plus, it's a 12-day fully risk-free trial that you're doing. And now I don't want this straddle to ever end. Okay. I don't want this to end ever. It should keep on working always. Okay. Like entire day. So I'm just selecting the start time. And here in the end, like, you know, I've defined the counts. If I have to, let's say CNT1, and here in the exit settings, now I'm saying that on complete re-execute my portfolio. Do not stop. Keep on firing the straddle because every trader is different. Every trader's option requirement is different. Now in that case, Stockso will manage the job beautifully because everything is being taken care by the Stockso's AI system, because whenever it is adding up the leg into the same portfolio, it is re-executing on stop loss it or targeted. Your straddle is never vacant. It is always running. Even with the running portfolio, if you see this, okay, for example, let's say just try to assess that. So we are stronger on the P side. So market is looking to go down probably. So for example, I feel like that I should add a future to it. One click and you can just simply do that. So that is the beauty, guys. That is the advantage that you get with the stock. So you look like, you know, that this is coming in down, this is coming in out, you want to exit it, you can easily exit it from here. You can square off that leg also from here. So it's very practical design that has been given. So that's how you can create multiple portfolios. Now again, another beauty about Stockso is that usually at the broker, even if you're placing the order of a short straddle, a market or limit order, that's all you can place. You can't go beyond with the AI systems there. Okay. So now let's say I'm firing up 100 lots. Now that's where an order slicing will imply. So now when I'm selecting on the start time basis, I'm doing it. Okay. Quickly just to show you guys, NIF1. Now I will go to the other settings. Now I can define the slicing whether or 20 lots I want every 10 seconds. Okay, so order will be split. If you don't define that, by default it will fire up with a gap difference of 0.1 seconds. Okay, so if I don't want that, it is gonna fire accordingly on its own. Now further, whether you want under the monitoring settings, you get a lot of things like you want target and stop loss on real time, minute close basis. A lot of parameters are available. You can explore these to better understand. And as I have told you, that eventually whenever you are playing around with the Stockso, I will come to that point in a couple of minutes. Now if you can see, as I was telling you, that the broker will allow you to fire only market and limit order. The problem is with the market, many times we may get a lot of slippage by the exchange in cases of free trades. With the limit order, another risk factor is that my trade may not be executed and the market has rolled back or rolled upside, you know. We don't know. Okay. So Stockso gave you a third order type, which is much more smarter, much more advanced, called the SL limit. Now the terminology may look very similar to the standard broking terms, but that's not the case here. Now, for example, I've defined a buffer of 5 points. Okay. So within the 5 point of limit range, and plus I'm defining on 20 seconds of wait time or 10 seconds of wait time. Now on wait action, what do you want me to do? If I'm getting a limit order fill by the exchange, partial or full, and plus this time frame, Stockso will keep monitoring for this. And on wait action, what do you want me to do? Cancel the order if it is open, or you want me to convert to market? The same thing has been given to you in exit setting as well. Okay, like I want SL limit, I want a 5 point or 2 point of range and 10 seconds of wait. If I'm not getting exit, please convert it to market automatically and pull me off in flick of seconds. So that is the advantage, another advantage that you get, because with the Stoxxo, as we tell you that we have designed a robust execution, we make sure that you get a lot of facilities, a lot of flexibilities here. Now, quickly, this was the multi-leg module which you can explore that. Now, if you see, it is doing the slicing as we have given a wait time of about 10-20 seconds. It is doing the order slicing. Now my order is full. Okay. And it is pulling in the quantities on its own with the time difference defined. That is what it is called as order slicing. Plus, at the same time, it is firing SL limit order with the limit range as well as with the time defined range. So if it is not getting filled during within that time frame, it is automatically converting it to market and getting me an entry inside. So that is what another advantage you get. Now we will be moving on to the other avenues, other utilities with the Stoxxo. Stoxxo has designed some beautiful manual trading tools too, which would change the conventional. The window that I'm about to show you is something that you have never seen before, never experienced, and never seen with any of the platform that exists into the country. Under the options trading, do you see this options quick trade panel? Now guys, this is a beautiful window. I can open as many windows as I want. Now let's say, for example, I'm at a flat trade chart. I have applied any indicators, whatever I want, or else I'm trading at TradingView with some applied charts. Okay. Now at this chart, I'm very simple trader. Okay. I don't want any complexities or anything. I'm just putting in a Nifty here and I'm putting in a Bank Nifty, or let's say if I'm playing with Bank Nifty, let's say I even want to fire up the HDFC Bank option strikes. Now here and with the drop down box, you can open up your custom strategy, or else you can easily click a short straddle ready-made strategy. You can click on the plus icon. Let's say I'm firing about 10 lots. Okay. And I'm telling it that whenever I'm getting 1,000 rupees of profit, 1,000 rupees of loss, just manage. The thing that I'm about to show you, as I told you, is something that has never been seen before. Now at this point, I'm feeling that short straddle is good, or else I will just put a long put. Okay. One click and enter. Do you see it has automatically picked up and fired a long put? Let's go to the Stoxxo back again. And if you can see here, this is the long put which is being fired automatically and pulled across, and this is my running PNL. Now guys, as I told you in the beginning itself, the very purpose of keeping this session during the market hours was this. Do you see all these figures, all these prices, everything is looking very realistic. All the order management, everything is working around. Now guys, this is not the real trades that I've fired. This is the live trade simulator, the first of its kind. Unlike the dumb paper trading that you have seen or explored till date, this is the live trade simulator that we can explore, fire around strategies, test during the market hours, anything and everything that we want, whether we work around with Amy broker strategies, whether we work around with Python, whether we work around with your Ninja Trader 8, MT4, anything that we work around with, we can just test those strategies. I'll be showing you that as well from the other platforms. Now, do you see this one click? I will select now a short straddle. If you see here how quickly the Stoxxo fires, let's say I want to buy 10 lots of HDFC Bank 2. And again, I'm saying that if I'm getting 500 bucks, just buy and pull me off the trade. One click and it has pulled up the straddle strikes and executed. That is how fast the Stoxxo it, even for the manual trader. Suddenly you feel like that you want to fire a long butterfly with the 10 lots, one click and it has fired. Okay. Plus, if you wish to see your positions right on the chart, you can easily do the PNL by clicking a shift F3, a short window, and I can see right on my trading view. I'm not gonna leave my chart, whether it's a flat trade chart, even at the flat trade site, I will have to go to the positions page. I will have to leave my chart. I'm someone who's not leaving. I'm scalping here. I don't want to leave, right? So I need something that shows me the chart right here. My PNL is moving right in front of me. So simple as that. These utilities give you an access to the fastest scalping manually if you want to. Now this was, guys, with the predefined strategy that we showed you. We also have another QTPs, okay, under the trading tools. Under the trading tools we have, okay. Now for example, I want to pull up bank 38,000 CE, okay, for example. I will select quickly on the 10 strikes. Now this is the simplest way to trade, but the fastest way to trade as well, because no broking system is going to allow you or going to offer you these kind of utilities. That is why FlatTrade and Stockso jointly is offering you the fastest execution platform. Now, if you can see here, the 10 lots I've picked up. Now, suddenly I feel like that this is the point when my C is getting stronger. One click, one click, one click. I pulled in 3 times, 10 lots. Do you see this beautifully? We have executed. Okay. Now, if I wish to move out of the trade, that's my PNL. Okay. If I wish to move out of the trade, I'm out of the trade in 1 click. That's it. So if I wish suddenly that, I should sell a P, one more click, one more click, one more click. That's how. I don't think so that nothing exists, because even at any broker, it is not just purely about FlatTrade or any broker. I will open a window like this. Okay. I will select the order type. I will have to fire. But here and with these stocks, so my life is very simplified, even if I'm trading manually. And I wish to fire up more trades like this. Just see how beautifully I'm into it. And I'm not leaving my chart. I'm right there at my chart, looking at the PNL moving in. Suddenly managing my position, because QTPs, these are called as QTPs. I can open as many QTPs as I want by Shift F1 or else by going to trading tools and quick trade panel. So QTPs, you can open up 4, 10, whatever numbers you want. Okay. Whatever numbers you want it to be fired up, you can easily open it up with the QTPs. Okay. Now, another avenues that Stockso opens up is trading from TradingView line-based tradings. I've kept a couple of lines ready for you. Okay. Like for example, I'm just creating an alert on this line just with the 3 line. Okay. For example, of course, there is a video for that, but I'm just showing you that how simple it is. Okay. For example, if the strategy tag, which was named as default. Okay. Now, when I'm saying with the symbol, we have created, now I'm saying that you want to buy ATMC, for example. Okay, buy. And I'm also telling it quantity to be, let's say, about 10 lots. I can even define target and stop loss, because stop loss and target, again, so even your MIS market orders work at Stockso just like bracket orders. Okay. So you don't have to worry about your target and stop loss as well. Now, for example, I'm just creating this line here, and now I'm dragging this line, 1 click. Okay. The moment it crosses, the moment my alert is generated, my order will be executed at the Stockso. Okay. So we are just waiting for it. It's done. Okay. And the orders would eventually come to the Stockso immediately. If you can see here that we have already received the signal and my trade is on the verge of execution. Okay. So that is the advantage. If I wish to fire on the what do you say? For example, let's say about on their futures. Okay. So I'm just changing the symbol. The symbol name is nothing but the one that is printed here. For example, this is the symbol name, and this is what I've kept on the line. Once again, I'm dragging my line. See, my futures order is gone. You see this automatically. Now, when it comes to the exit part, I'm just copying it. Okay. I'm just copying the same text of entry. All I'm going to be doing is, because I've purchased the futures. Okay. I've purchased. If I would have been selling, I would have just typed in SE or SX. Okay. Now, for example, just 4 lines, guys, just 4 lines. Now, for example, this is the LX. Now, I'm putting across another line here. Now, this becomes my exit lines. Just look at the beauty that, I can have stop losses, I can have target, I can have multiple target defined with a specific quantity gap. Like with the first line, I want 10 lots to be executed. So whether you are playing around with pivots, whether you're playing around with CPR, whether you're playing around with Bollinger, any other strategy, I mean, life is so simplified, the 3 lines and it is doing the job for me. That is how versatile, that is how flexible the Stockso is. That you're using manual trading, you're using multi-leg strategy, you're using TradingView, MT4, everything is supported at the same time. That is why Stockso is a platform which will end all your quest. You don't have to look for anything else beyond Stockso. Okay. Because once again, when we say that, even when you look at it commercially, that leaves us a company with no competition into the market. Okay. So now we have seen this. If we have about charting strategies, we have a charting module here wherein you can just select your screener name. Okay, the name that is popped up on the top. You just have to copy. You can define target, stop loss. All you need is charting paid account and you have to enter this webhook there. Okay, at the alert area. And that's it. Your charting screener also comes to life quickly in flick of second. So all you have to do is you can go ahead and type on YouTube Algobaba Stoxxo or just Stoxxo, STOXXO space FlatTrade if you want account configuration video. If you want charting, you can just type Stoxxo space FlatTrade. You will find the videos over YouTube. Okay, so whatever your topic is, all you need, if you need to go to the channel, all you need to do is you can type in Algobaba Stoxxo or just the Stoxxo and it will take you to the respective channel. And you can easily explore the Stoxxo and play around as much as you want. The moment you are ready to go live, all you have to do is come here on strategies tag user account and you will click the real account and click on apply. And that's it. You will be good to go with the live execution in flick of seconds. And not just that. If you see this default tag, I'm again coming back to the strategies tag. Stoxxo is not just about execution. Stoxxo offers you the best in industry class risk management as well. Now, for example, a lot of trades I fired up, like even at TradingView, I fired up by the name of tag was nothing but the tag, okay, which selects the account, okay. Now, even with the multi-leg module, for example, even with the multi-leg module, if you'll see, we have always selected, if you can see here, execution parameters default, okay. I will just reset it just to show you guys. If you can see, this was the name, okay, default. Now, I may be firing up from several avenues. I don't remember, like I pulled up manual trades. I fired up from TradingView. I fired up from multi-leg. But boss, I need that, whatever I'm firing up by the trade, I need a maximum loss of, let's say, about 15,000 bucks and maximum profit about 15,000 bucks. My trades can be coming from anywhere. So this is gonna offer you a risk management on the overall strategies that you have fired with that tag. Isn't this beautiful? Because it's not just about execution, but it's also about helping your users to safeguard themselves at any point of a given time. You can even do profit locking here. Like for example, my profit reaches 8,000. In case it's coming down to 5,000, pull me off the trade. Or else you can even define that every 2,000 bucks, trail my profit by 1,000 bucks. So you have several avenues to safeguard yourself at every possible step. Now, all of this beautiful thing like profit trailing and everything is available to you at almost every possible area. Okay, like even in multi-leg when we come and edit any portfolio, running portfolio, do you see this? Here it is called as profit portfolio protection. So herein also you have portfolio specific, therein you have overall strategy specific. So at every particular step, so means there is first protocol at multi-leg level, there is secondary protocol at the strategy tag level. Now the third level is the user account that you can directly, now let's say you must have taken a trade from the FlatTrade mobile app also, and Stoxxo is also running, but you still want to define that Stoxxo, please handle the risk management for me. Okay, if my overall account is going into a loss of, let's say, 5,000 or 10,000 bucks for today, square off everything and pull me off. So you get a complete risk management. So as I told you, there are three protocols. One is the portfolio level, trade level. Second is at the strategy level. Third is at the user level. Now herein you have a choice of enable NRML square off as well. Like if you have today's position you want us to safeguard, or you want to safeguard you on all the existing positions. You may have taken position like 2 days back also, and still if your maximum loss of that particular account is reaching at this particular price, we will square off everything. So use this carefully after understanding the logic, but there are several protocols available to help you safeguard yourself from the whipsaws of the market, because in one flick of seconds, things might change, and Stoxxo is there to back you up when it comes to the execution as well as the first and the best in class risk management as well. So this is primarily the demonstration of the Stoxxo. There are a lot of avenues, ME broker, MT4 as I have told you, but now since we are limited with the time and Stoxxo is a big ship, so possibly even 2 hours would be less. So that is why we offer you like almost half a month of trial that you get. So you can easily go to the site and pull it up. Now we are good to go with your queries that you might have and the questions round. Yes. Yes, I can very well hear you. Mm-hmm. Correct. Mm-hmm. 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 See, in this case, now you will have to read this. If you can see this leg SL at broker, there are 13 to 14 conditions that has to be understood well. Okay. So you will have to consider, because how your order firing type is, you can read about that here, or else you can click on this help document and read it, because with the broker modifications are limited. Otherwise exchange might block your account for about 10 minutes. You know the rules, right? And when Stockso is keeping it internally, you can keep on editing infinite times. Do you get that? Plus, in case, like for example, your stop loss has gone to the broker, the another beauty I'll tell you to this point, leg SL at broker. Now, for example, you have sent the stop loss to broker as well, but you have fired with the SL limit order. Okay. Okay. Now the order is already gone to the broker. It is placed. Now Stockso is monitoring. Okay. Even in that case, Stockso is monitoring. And if it is not filled by the exchange or the broker, Stockso will fire and safeguard its user and pull you off the trade in flick of seconds. Okay. So whether you send the stop loss at broker or you don't, Stockso is monitoring to safeguard you at every step. Okay, so in case if broker is failing or exchange is not clearing, we will push in market orders and just to pull you off. Like for example, like if you see here, I'll show you one more beauty. Right now the market square off has happened because I've defined the square off time. Just 1 second. Let me just make one portfolio, or maybe we'll fire up the another one. Now let's say I'm putting this across as stop loss. I'm putting this as 20%. Okay. Now do you see this? I've defined the stop loss. Okay. I've defined this. Let me change this to start time so that we will immediately fire this. Okay, CMB1. Now, if you see this, my order is fired. My order is executed. Okay. Now, the moment I click this, do you see this blue toggle button? The center one? It will show you the order. Do you see the pink ones? Now, pink ones are your open orders, which are open at the broker. Do you see the trigger pending status? Now suddenly you feel like that you want it to be executed at the market. So we even give you, like for instance, if by any chance, if anything is open, you can quickly identify. And if you feel like that, it should be executed in market, even you can manually override. Because when even NASA is sending a spaceship into the space, they also have a button called manual override, irrespective of any logics or computers that it may have. Okay. So you have full control, full authority, that you can keep a choice. You can see the limit price that the order has been placed. Now this order is gone to the broker. Okay. In case at any point of time you feel like that it should be executed, just go ahead, one click and you're out of the trade. Okay. It will be closed, the order. Okay. Now the order will be executed at market. So even if you have sent to the broker and you still wish to cancel it, you can just do that. We will handle it. Okay. So that is the advantage that you get. So you don't have to worry about it at any point of given time. Yep. Yep. Hi. Ah, beautiful question. Now, as you saw that I showed you that in the user account, you can add up the accounts, right? Okay. Now you will come to the strategy stack. This is the area that controls, right? Which controls the execution. Now, there is a field called multiplier. Let's say, for example, I want my simulators to fire. Let's say I will create, just to show it to you. Okay. I will create one more simulator, sim2. Okay. You can have unlimited simulators too, guys. I forgot to highlight that. But you can have unlimited simulators. Like if you want to test different strategies with different sims, you can easily do that. You can do groupings as well. Okay. So I'll click on verify API login and I'll make sure that my sim2 is also logged in. I'll enable. See, now my sim2 is enabled. I'll come to the strategy stack. Now with the sim and sim2 I'm selecting. But in sim2 I'm saying that multiply my quantity by my. I think that would be Oh, okay. Can you please mute yourself? Okay. Is it better now? Okay. Well, I think it's the gentleman. So do you see this multiplier like here in at the strategy level for the user? I've defined that 10 times. Now, I will just show you that I'm firing up the order here. We'll come to order summary. Now here in Bank Nifty, I'm just firing up with the one quantity because one sim is one. Do you see this? Okay. Do you see the quantity? It has automatically multiplied that one is 25, another is 250 because we have given a multiplier of 10 times. Now this would imply to anything that is fired with the strategy tag. So you can have infinite strategy tags. You can do groupings of several users. You can have multiplication, let's say with the 5 lakh, 10 lakh, whatever account of yours you want to do it, you can easily do that. So even when I'm working around with the multi-leg strategy, like for example, I'll just reset this and I'll fire one more time CMB1 which we executed. Do you see this? CMB1, CMB2. Now with the CMB2 my quantity is 10 lots because I've given a 10 times multiplier. With the CMB1 my SIM1 my lot size is 1 because by default value was 1. So that is how you use the multiplier at strategy at user level. Yep. Hmm. Oh, that's already incorporated. You didn't notice that? I'll show it to you. Uh, for your hedging benefits, that's already incorporated. Margin benefits. Okay. If you see here, buy trades first is already ticked. Do you see this? Even at exit settings, it is by default ticked. Exit sell legs first. Yeah. Everything, every second of activity is captured below in the logs. Okay. If anything fails or anything, you will get a pop up here like you can see in red. Okay, but there is a detailed order book so which will show you that this is complete. Do you see this? The moment I click on this blue toggle button, I get all the information. I can even quickly sort it, like if you want to sort as per the name, portfolio name. You see, if you drag any field to the empty bar, like I want to see that by long butterfly, this was the thing that I found. See how beautifully you can get the filtration and sorting done just in flick of seconds. Yeah, that's already embedded again on strategies tag. Do you see retries, entry retry count, retry wait second? You can control this. Yeah. Stockso. Yes. Tell me please. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Ah. Just one second. Just one second. Let's say, for example, we'll execute again CMB1. Okay. Uh, just one second. Square off is completed. Okay. Let me fire it up again for you. For example, we have fired this strategy. Okay. Which has gone into the users and multiplication and everything. Okay. Now, when I want to be it to be placed on underlying level, for example, I'll just show it to you. Let me just remove the values because that's what is hampering. We have defined as 15,000. That's already hit. Okay, that's the kind of risk management I'm talking about. That even if by mistake you're doing something, still we are there to safeguard you unless and until you change the values or you stop. Okay, and after you have fired a square off, we will not let you fire anything unless and until you define us that it has to be fired. Now, if you see this, this is the execution portfolio that we have fired. Coming to your question, I'll go and click on edit portfolio. Okay, I've defined leg wise. Now I'll come to the stop loss setting if I want. Okay, this is on the combined premium basis. Let me just quickly pull up a portfolio because we are running a short on time. So let's say Nifty short straddle. Okay, I'm selecting days, I'm selecting execution time, I'm selecting NIF1. Now coming to your question of stop loss, right now Nifty spot is at 17,525. I'll come to the combined stop loss. Like I can have about 8 legs, or 6 legs, 4 legs, whatever I want. Now I want my stop loss to be defined on underlying movement. Now, do you know that you can define, like, for example, if Nifty is going to 17,540, close this. Okay. But even on the closing part, now there is a probability that your one leg would be in profit and one leg would be in loss if it is reaching at that level. So you can even tick this box on stop loss square off only loss making legs. So we have gone a step ahead when it comes to your execution. There's one more beautiful feature when we have given for underlying users. You saw the underlying movement. There's one more option which says loss and underlying range. Do you see this? Now this is a dual management system, which is again very advanced when it comes to the management. Like I'm also saying it that if it goes 10,000, if you don't want this to be considered, you can enter any abstract value, like, you know, I've entered 1 crore, that is not going to reach. But I'm saying that if my underlying is going below 17,300 and it is going above 17,600, I want this straddle to be closed. I can just go and click on this. Okay. And if 12, I'll just name it. The portfolio already exists. Now I will just fire it up. Now Stockso is taking care. So you have underlying, you have one basic underlying level stop loss or target. Plus, you also have an advanced stop loss, which I just showed you, which is on the dual range, because a straddle or any option strategy would be probably range defined. And if it is going below or above that, might not be beneficial. So that's why we gave you loss and underlying range too. See, you have a choice. You have a choice. See, one is that on the stop loss that I have defined. Okay. Do you see this on stop loss below? If any of this is hit, you can keep on re-executing the portfolio. You can square off other portfolio, as well as you can execute other portfolio. Like for example, you are making some portfolio. Let's say by the name of NIF1 we have. Okay. Yeah. Yes. See, when we started up this webinar, when I told you that we stand as one of the most advanced utility, which leaves us a company. So I think almost and most of your queries are addressed with the Stockso. See, we have WhatsApp support in case you have. See, we have WhatsApp support and we have email support, because practically understand. Plus, you have FlatTrade team as well. That's why we have these webinars, and we have all the video series aligned. Like if you'll go to the YouTube, you will find chapter wise in English option series that we are covering up and, you know, explaining. But still, if you're stuck up, you can quickly WhatsApp us. We will definitely sort your query. And in case you have any specific issue queries, then we have an inbuilt system wherein you can suggest any features you want. You can put in any request. You can report any issue if you come across anything, because every log, okay, all these detailed logs are maintained in your system. Unless and until you send it to us, we cannot check that. Okay. Because of the security reasons, everything remains intact and secured with you. Okay. Yeah. But yep. Thank you. Thank you, FlatTrade. Thank you, friends. Nice to meet you all. See you soon. Thank you very much.